piece of artwork, and I'm very proud of this. It's a phenomenal gift, and I feel a great sense of pride in receiving it here at the library. We're located at the Yorkgate Mall today, and this is the York Woods Library inside the Yorkgate Mall. So that's a remarkable piece of artistry. I can't say enough about this. And he brought this especially for me. And then there's some additional work that this gentleman has. I'd like to display these as well. So just give me a piece at a time. And when you look at this piece of art, you can see the intricacies that are involved in its creativity. It's very, very important that we recognize and respect the talent in our communities. This is one that leaves me in some ways spellbound. The majesty in the imagery and the skillful techniques in the artwork itself. So I'll quickly run over some of the other ones as I have them here. And so make sure I have this one right. Oh yes, I can see it now. So this imagery, a spectacled lion
Rasta.
of all things.
Rasta lion.
Here it is. And so there's a phenomenal piece of creative work. And as we, oh my goodness. And so as we run through these, now what do you think about this? There could not be a better imagery of this amazing historic figure. Marcus Garvey. This is a remarkable piece. And
Very
you
good.
need to acquire this.
Very
Why?
good.
Anyone looking at this, you can reach out to this gentleman. We're going to give you his contact information in a moment. And now, the one and only, I'll
Only
let you
one.
figure this out. Nelson Mandela, of course, right? This is brilliant artistry. This remarkable piece of work, the creativity
Give me the
that
second one.
goes into this. I mean, I can't think of anything that would surpass this. Very amazing work.
Oh,
Okay, now this is brilliant.
identify.
Illumination. This piece of artwork represents, I'm going to say the maple leaf, but maybe it is or isn't, but it's a tree formation. And what I like about this, the splendor in the arrangement of the brilliance that shines in aspects of the photograph. It's just remarkable.
Clarify, is that the maple leaf or the ganja plant?
Ganja plant, ganja plant.
Marijuana, Mr. LaRose.
This is a ganja
Bob
plant.
Marley.
This is a ganja plant, very symbolic in many ways.
Cannabis,
And,
so-called.
cannabis,
I'm gonna give him this.
and so remarkable imagery and creativity.
The man himself.
Bob Marley.
Well, I mean, the depiction
Lion, Zion.
here-
Wow,
The depiction here is certainly
that's him.
phenomenal.
That's a
So,
good piece.
As you look at this, there you see within all of the magnificence of how this is captured, you see emerging from that the great Bob Marley himself.
The ganja bag.
Isn't this powerful? So here we are, beautiful artistry. And now I'm going to have to ask you, even though I've gone through so many of them already, but can you give us
Lion.
a sense what the quality of the price is, the value, the price of each of these? So a piece like this, what would this sell for?
A piece like this, we can sell it for like $120,
$120.
$120.
There you are.
And if somebody need that, they can contact you directly, and we
And
can
the artist is
have it
saying
ready
you
for
can
them.
contact him directly if you
Right.
require this piece of artwork.
Yes.
And there are many of them.
This
right?
one is the last
And,
one.
oh, yeah. Now here is,
Yeah, no, you did that already.
between the two, now
He did
again,
that?
Yeah, that's
This is
Marcus
Jamaican
Garvey.
colors there.
Yes.
it's very amazing.
Okay.
How do you get this done? I mean, that's the secret.
Yes, sir. Yeah, yes. So we are prepared to
Yes.
to teach
Okay.
and to encourage our young people that love the arts
Yes.
or that want to get into learning how to draw.
Yes.
We can start them from the basics all the way to advanced.
Yes.
And for someone that is already an established artist, we may give them a master class, give them a pointer here and there, And I'm very much made to understand that art it's very therapeutic. And for our younger generation and even for the elderly that wants their mind calmed down to the level where they can draw. You know, a lot of people when they are drawing, sometimes they have sickness in their body, and all of a sudden the sickness disappear because art is a therapy and it's been
Yes.
scientifically identified as so. So we are very much willing to teach people.
Teach as well,
Yeah,
yes. Well, you know,
teach people how to draw and how to get involved in the arts community.
it's
Yeah.
fascinating for me
Yes, sir.
because when I look at this Marcus Garvey piece here
Yes, sir.
and all the other artwork, this is so well captured. that
Thank you,
it's
sir.
hard to,
Thank you very much.
tell the
Lion,
difference
lion.
between the actual man and the foreground.
Yes.
So again, this
Peter.
symbolism is critically
Going
important
to be
in
doing
terms
the
of its
arts?
representation, particularly for Rastafarians. But the Lion of Judah,
The Lion
and
of
of course
Judah.
the Lion of Africa,
Yes.
are the true symbolisms
Wow,
that
this is
Right.
good
strikes out here.
pieces.
So
Very nice pieces.
amazing
around here.
artwork.
Thank you,
So,
sir.
now let's talk about what a piece of this, like this size, will sell for.
This Lion of Judah piece, it's made in a multiple color of red, yellow, and green, and this is an outstanding abstract. And the reason is because I believe there is a lion and a lioness in every one of us.
Yes.
And sometimes the situation of life will push you to an extent that you bring out the lion in you. And I want to believe that when you hang this in your living room,
Yes.
and sometimes you feel down, you feel stressed out, when you look at this portrait, it's going to bring out a lion in you, that you shouldn't worry, you shouldn't stress, you shouldn't fret so much, because as the lion is the king of the jungle,
Yes.
and you are the king and queen of your own life,
Yes.
so there is no situation that you cannot surmount. The lion doesn't have a farm. He doesn't go to work. He get up every day. He makes sure he eats. So as long as you have a lion hanging in your house, you bring out the lion, the indomitable spirit of the lion in you. So I believe that every single person should have this portrait of lion hanging in their living room, in their office, or in their bedrooms when they get up in the morning. Believe you me, what you see influence
What you
how you
see.
think. You know, and this
You
is
got
not
your-
just a picture, but it's more than a picture. It goes into your mind and it activates something within you that is very inspiring. And a picture like this, I mean, if we say $1 million, it's not too much, but we're not even going to charge that. We believe a picture like this going anywhere between $2,000 to $3,000. But again, we are willing to, and willing to accept like offer from people, and then as sometimes we do auction with them, and a good offer will not be turned down for sure. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks. And I'm going to go back to these two pieces of portraits, three of them.
Yes, sir.
So here we have,
Okay, let's do this one, Mr. Ross. Let me show you.
Marcus.
Let's
Yeah.
put them all together.
yes, good idea. So we have Marcus Garvey.
Yes, Marcus Garvey is actually one of those great elders
Okay,
and
so-
people that have influenced our world very positively. This gentleman started a movement in the 1905, and he was able to bring that movement all the way down to the America, where he touched a lot of life and inspired a lot of great people. And one of the reasons why, as an artist, I like to draw people like Marcus Garvey and many other role models is because most of the thing that he stood for, or what he was preaching or was telling people then, a lot of the government of the whole world are practicing that today. And his ideology are very entrenched worldwide. And as people fail to give him the credit as an artist, I think it's an obligation for me to keep the ancestors alive. And it will be a good collective work if we all could collectively have a picture of Marcus Garvey in our home and tell the history and the story of what this great man has done. You know, and his due roses have not been given to him, his due flowers have not been given to him, but collectively I believe if we continue to have this picture hang in our home and tell the stories of what he was able to achieve in a very brief moment, you know, as far back as when slavery was still a very big challenge in this world, none of those slavery and none of those red tapes, none of those systematic things that they put in the place could stop him. He was able to buy a lot of sheep to wanting black people to go back to Africa. through people like him, we have a country called Liberia today. You know, he's an influential and the people that make that happen. And there's so many people, you know, went back from America and they established a country called Liberia, Sierra Leone, and so many other people. So we couldn't afford to forget Marcus Garvey. He's dear to my heart and I love him so, so dearly. And my dear father, my mentor here, LaRose, you are also a man of the community and I see you as a product of Marcus Garvey, and you are tolling the same road, trying to bring the black people community together.
Right.
You know, and we want to use this opportunity to thank you and appreciate all of you that have laid the foundation for us to be able to be in Canada and do the work that we are doing today. We couldn't have been here and doing it without your efforts and without all the prizes that all of you people paid. So thank you very much for this moment.
Okay, the pride flows through me as you speak, and I'm even more glowing in pride when I look at the creativity that you have expressed there in your artwork. So these are originals, obviously.
Yes, sir.
So do you sell the originals, or you?
Yes, yes. The original, we can sell them for
Yes.
sure. And any interested person that wants this size or bigger size or any other size or even a portrait of themselves, their mom or their loved ones, it's something that we are willing to produce for them. And not only that, we believe this is a very, very old talent and skills that we want to transfer to our younger generation. So we are available and willing to share this skill and talent with many people so they can become not just consumers but producers and being productive in their own life as well. And I believe the government of Canada will appreciate us putting a program like this together.
So I want to thank
was
what you're
great.
doing, but more